Recently, I celebrated my 23rd birthday. It was a small affair, but there's nothing better than good food with even greater company. As we talked, one of my buddies asked if I ever Googled my birthday. It's all good fun, especially when you include Florida man with the search. So after I got home, I did just that. Clinton was president. Rush Limbaugh is a big fat idiot was the best-selling book, and I shared my birthday with a number of celebrities I had no idea existed. That's all fine and dandy, but nothing really interesting. Since I was bored, I wanted to find something interesting, and I started looking into local newspapers. Weirdly enough, the first result was published the day after, from the city I was born in, no less. Frankly, I should have just called it quits earlier, because this was more disturbing than I expected. Bizarre death at Stanford Medical. Police are currently investigating Stanford Medical Center after the mysterious death of a nurse in the hospital's OB clinic. At approximately 9:15 p.m. last night, nurse Jacqueline Johansson, age 23, was found bleeding out while carrying a newborn child. According to her co-workers, Johansson was serving as the delivery nurse for the birthday of the child only an hour prior. Not long after, she reportedly left the delivery room to clean the baby per standard procedure. Security cameras show Johansson rushing with the child towards the room where she was eventually found. While the baby was found unharmed, a needle had been injected into Nurse Johansson's femoral artery with a half-empty blood bag found nearby. Disturbingly, Nurse Johansson was found seated inside a circle drawn with her own blood. The exterior of the circle was surrounded by illegible text and symbols drawn in a mix of blood and chalk. While still alive by the time she was found, she was reportedly unresponsive and passed away shortly after the newborn was removed from her arms. At present, police are unable to confirm whether the scene was a suicide or homicide. While the nurse's pants had been removed and neatly set on the countertop, her hands were found to be completely clean. It is unknown whether she drew the circle herself or if it was drawn by another individual. The labor nurse and close friend of Johansson, Nurse Ara Reed, noted that she was not acting out of the ordinary that night, and it wasn't until Johansson had failed to report back that she had suspected something was wrong. The nurse then went on to argue foul play, arguing that the amount of blood lost would have caused her to pass out long before she'd have enough to draw the symbols on the floor. The newborn has since been returned to his parents and is in good health. Now I'm a bit troubled, to say the least. I had to check my birth certificate to be sure, but I was born a little over an hour before she was found. What's more, I know I've heard both nurses' names before, outside of Ara's signature as the attendant of my birth. However, I'm drawing some big blanks on how I know of them. I don't know for sure if I was the baby that the nurse was holding. However, given the surviving nurse signed my birth certificate, it's the simplest and scariest conclusion. I'm not sure if I should try to look more into this, or if I should just try and forget I read all of this.